Hey guys. Hi. It's always awkward when I first start recording the video, but then it gets easier. And I got my dog in the back seat. He's panting. He's gonna be panting because I just rolled the windows up, and he likes to have the windows down. I know. So today I want to talk about shifting your mindset when you're manifesting. You're not trying to win the lottery. You're not trying to manifest money. I'm telling you. You're not trying to manifest winning the lottery. You're wanting to remember that you are the jackpot. You are the abundance. You are prosperity itself because it's who you are innately. The core truth of you, the eternal part of you, is the creator of all of this. And you are an expression of that creator. You're that creator in a manifested human physical expression. As that, in that knowing of your truth, of who you are as a source energy limitless creator, the one that created the entire universe and is still creating it, does that creator manifest things? Or does that creator know they already are everything? Which one is it? Is it the God source energy being? What's up? How's your manifesting going? How's your spiritual awakening going? Wild, isn't it? It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride out here on the leading edge of creation in this 3D physical manifested reality as infinite limitless creators, expressing in our unique tone through our unique song of creation that we each have within ourselves. We each are as expressions of source. There's a shift that needs to happen in the manifestation collective, the manifestation community. And it's the next step. It's the next step after you try and you try and try to visualize and feel the feeling of what you want, and you're still holding it away from you for the most part. If you still don't have the thing you're trying to manifest and you don't feel like you have it and you don't feel like you have it, then you're still holding it away from you because you're trying to manifest it. I want you to shift your mindset from trying to manifest things to just knowing who you are as a source energy creator. It's funny, I'm talking to you like this is alive, but it's not alive. I haven't ventured into the live territory yet. Look at my dog right now. He's just like so happy. Oh my god. He loves being in the car. So do I. I like driving. I like driving. Sorry, it's probably really loud right now. I had the windows down for him because he was panting. So I think he's okay now though. I'm trying to get it out the window a little bit so that you can see out the window with me. Today I want to talk about the next step for you if you are somebody who's been trying to manifest through all of the methods, right? Like the visualizing, the finding the feeling, the scripting, the photoshopping picture of your bank balance. I'm laughing because I've done all of these things. And what I'm discovering after being on this manifestation journey for over 5 years now is that there's a bigger shift that has to happen inside of you than you realize. It's actually, and I don't even want to call it a big shift because it's more subtle than you think, and it's easier to make the shift than you realize. My intention here is to speak to you from the one who's already shifted into the 5D and is living in a state of prosperity. I'm now living in a reality, in the true reality. Meaning, I know that I am not manifesting the money, the lottery winning, but I'm knowing that I am the jackpot. I am the jackpot itself. I am prosperity itself. And I say these things from a place of truth, from a place of authenticity. I actually do feel these things to be true. I know these things to be true. Because one thing I've learned on this journey is that resonance equals truth. So there's a greater movement that's happening here than us as humans trying to manifest, trying to learn to manifest. There's a bigger thing that's happening here. And the bigger thing that's happening is an awakening. An awakening to who we truly are as prosperous, infinite beings of love and light, of abundance. Knowing that we are the kingdom of wealth itself. And then embodying that frequency and living in that reality, living in that truth all day, every day. It requires presence. It requires intense awareness in every single moment. Awareness of your embodied state. I have to crack the windows because my dog is panting and the windows are fogging up. I usually always drive with the windows cracked or down because I'm a wild one like that. I find it more enjoyable. I like to breathe fresh air And I like to feel the wind on my face. Mogul likes it too. So that was a little performance-y, though. It really was. But I'm trying to convey a frequency. I'm trying to convey the frequency that I've shifted into through this 1111 portal. I'm now living my most prosperous life. And doesn't mean that anything in my reality has changed. Really? I mean, it has. That's actually not true, because there's been little things that have been happening and manifesting all day long, every day, for the last 3 days since this shift happened within me. There's been little things that have been manifesting. Really, really cool things. Miracles, as some of us like to call them. But miracles are just normal. Miracles are the new normal in the 5D, because miracles were always supposed to be the normal. Miracles are just nature, the universe, expressing and existing in its least resistant state, in its most natural state. Try to roll these windows up a little bit for you guys. It's not so loud. I'll try to edit out that background sound. So we'll see how that goes. Probably still going to be a little bit of background noise, but. So just breathe in and breathe out. Relax. Find some calm. Find a calm state. And know that you are prosperous now. Doesn't matter what anyone says. This is who you are. This is your truth. How could it not be your truth if you're a limitless source energy, God, creator? How could it not be the truth if you created all of this and are still creating it? How could it not be the case that the kingdom of wealth is you? It's not just inside you. It is you. It's who you are. When you shift into this reality of knowing, when you shift into this knowing, it's just pure magic. Everything feels different. Everything looks different. Like I said, I don't know if I cut this part out from the earlier clip, but I am still living in the same house right now, but it feels like my dream house. It feels like I'm living in the reality in which I've already manifested hundreds of millions of dollars, have built my dream home, am creating art, and am playing and expressing as I please. I'm already living that because I know it's a choice. We get to be free. We get to be free now. And if you're receiving this video and it's resonating, then you're ready. You're ready. You're ready to accept your freedom. You're ready to inherit. You're ready to inherit the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of abundance, of prosperity. It's who you are. It's who you are. We've just been taught something different by a society living in an illusion, a society either not knowing who they are or, and I'm not claiming to know which one of these is the truth. It could be a mix of both. I'm pretty sure it's a mix of a society of people that are following guidance from those who are trying to control them by keeping the truth from them. Those small percentage of the population that know the truth. So we all get to know the truth now. They can't hide it from us anymore. So it's time for us to take back. It's not even taking back our power. It's just remembering that it was always there. Remembering it was always there. It's such a subtle, but not so subtle shift. It's not really that subtle, but like you could call it subtle because it's not like you're just like snapping your fingers and teleporting into a different like physical reality in which you already have all the things you want in the manifested form. But it's not subtle in the energetics of it. Like I feel completely different now, and I'm really trying to speak. I'm going to try to speak here more in an authentic tone because I feel that I'm swaying from that a bit by trying to be in a performance frequency. This is, and I would apologize for that, but you know, I'm a human too, so I'm trying to unlearn all of these things I've been taught as far as like needing to show up a certain way, needing to come across a certain way, needing to try to figure out how I'm going to be received, and trying to speak in a certain way that my human mind thinks that it needs to be spoken in order to be received in the most impactful way. But see, this is what happens when you start waking up, is you become incredibly aware of the difference between your truth and something that's not quite that. Something that's just coming from your conditioning, your societal conditioning. It's all good. It's all good. This is all part of the process, and please be easy on yourself through this, because just like I am right now. And be easy on me too. Just kidding. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. Like, it's not my business how I'm received. And so it's the universe's business to organize that, to organize who receives it and who's meant to receive it and who's ready to receive it and the timing that they receive it in. That is not, my human self doesn't have control over that. But the higher consciousness, the greater, the broader perspective that is within all of us, that's animating all of us, that part of me knows. My human self may not be consciously aware of that part of me knowing of how that all works, because our 3D minds can't comprehend that. And you don't have to agree with any of this. This is just ideas that I'm putting out there and truths that I know to be true that I'm not necessarily claiming to have any proof of. And that's kind of what this whole journey is it's a journey of trust. It's a journey of resonance and following what feels in alignment and trusting what feels resonant. And that might be really hard for some people at first, but as you open up to trusting that when you follow what resonates, that you're compensated. Once you can at least start opening up to that, then the universe and your physical experience will start showing you the truth of that. It'll start mirroring that confirmation back to you. So you do gather truth along the way, for sure. And as that happens, then your trust can become a little stronger, and your conditioned human self can become a little less scared to let go of the rules and constructs and paradigms of problem solving, of fixing, of sacrifice, of obligation, of struggle, of abandoning the self. Those things can be let go of more and more as we learn that trusting in resonance does deliver. And it delivers in a big way. And it's sort of the only way, because we're moving into an ascended time. We're ascending as a collective, and so we're being called to make this shift, to start making the shift. So, go forth, recognize that you are prosperity. It's who you are innately. And make the choice to live your richest life right now. Rich in joy, rich in enjoyment, appreciation, awareness, rich in awareness in every moment, rich in awareness of a frequency that you want to be in, rich, abundant abundant in choices, abundance in choices. You're free. You are free to choose in every moment what reality construct you're living in based on what you're giving your energy to. But it's greater than that. This is a bigger shift than that. We're moving past the manifestation part of this. Okay? Are y'all with me here? We're moving past this 3D and 4D problem solving, self-help mode. Because that was just a taste of what's possible. So now that we understand these basic building block concepts, this bigger shift that has to happen now within all of us that are at this point in our journeys is to recognize the stage we have to shift into is the stage in which we actually learn how to live it. Okay? Like, we all learn about manifestation and we understand it from a logical perspective, but are we really living it? Because there's a difference between trying to problem solve your life and living in that construct of needing to fix things. There's a difference between that paradigm and embodying the truth of love, light, prosperity, knowing that you're God, knowing that you're the prosperity, that you're the kingdom, that you are abundant, that you're infinite. There's a difference, right? And what you're going to find, if you haven't discovered it already, is that whole manifestation world of learning is just a prerequisite to the real learning, the real awakening, right? And this is just what I'm experiencing. This is what I'm experiencing, and this is what seems to be true. It definitely seems to be true, that's for sure. So we're going from learning and understanding manifestation to actually understanding the embodiment of it. Not even understanding of it, just living it, right? We're going from understanding manifestation to living as infinite love light creation itself. So, woo! That is like, it feels really good because it's your soul's calling, and it's what Source is calling us towards. I don't know if Source is calling all of us towards this. I don't know. I can't claim to know that, but Source is calling a lot of us towards this right now. And maybe I'm sharing this video because this is the missing piece for a lot of you right now, because I know it was the missing piece for me. I've been trying to figure this out for 5 years since I first learned about manifestation in 2020. I mean, I knew about it before that, but like I was really, really doing it in 2020, and it was working because I was living in this high frequency. And then like all of my old conditioning came up to be seen and to be alchemized, because you can't take that stuff with you into the paradigm of truth. You can't take it. It's not even a paradigm, right? It's weird to say paradigm of truth because it's really just feels like wholeness. It doesn't feel like a concept. It feels like truth, right? And so that's where we're heading right now. I do strongly, strongly believe that it's more of a knowing. I'm just going to be honest. It's really more of a knowing. So, practical steps you can take. Just know who you are. Practical steps, Kylie. Know who you are isn't really a practical step. So I'm like trying to think, what is a practical step? It's really like just quieting your mind of all of the chaos that's going on in your thoughts, and decide what all of those things that you want to manifest, like why do you want them? What is the feeling state that you're really shooting for? And you might have to sit with this for a little while and maybe write it out, do some writing, and like ask yourself, okay, I'm going to just give you this exercise right now, okay? So write down what your most prosperous life looks like. What your most free, your dream life. Write down if you could if there was no limits, what would you manifest right now? Write that down. Your dream life. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What are you doing? What kind of things are you doing? What kind of home are you living in? Who's with you? Do you have pets? Where are you living? Do you have a view? Are you traveling often? Are you traveling with ease? Do you have freedom of time? Do you have freedom of time to create as you want to express through your passions? What is it for you? So write that down and then read it back to yourself and just sit with it for like 5-10 minutes in your mind, okay? In your mind's eye, just imagine like it's already happening, and then notice what's the feeling that you really want. I want you to ask yourself, the next question for your writing part would be why? Ask yourself, why do you want this? What is the frequency? And this is what we did in the R.I.C.H experience through the 1111 portal with Divinely Aligned Collective. So What's your why? And think in terms of frequency and energy and feeling, and what's the legacy you want to leave? What's the frequency that you want to represent? What do you want to be living proof of? Like, these are all questions that you could think of to try to pinpoint what that feeling is. And then really feel into that feeling. Really feel into that feeling. Sit with that answer to that question now. Sit with that feeling and seep in it. Like if you're like a tea bag or like some loose leaf tea, like seep in that frequency and embody it. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel in your new reality? Because that is actually what Source is calling you to. And that's the embodiment of Source. That feeling you're aiming for. It's, you already are prosperity, like I keep saying. And remember that. Remember that as you're doing this exercise. It's about the frequency. It's about the frequency that you want to be known for. It's about the frequency you want to be known for. But not for others, just for yourself. Like, this whole exercise is like, don't fall into the trap of like, because I want to do this for others, because I know we all want to uplift others and we all want to help each other, but you have to do it for yourself. That's the only way you can truly, truly be of service, is to do the thing that you want to do just because it's calling to you. It's calling to your joy. Like, it's igniting joy within you. You're allowed. If you need permission, I give you permission. I give you permission to want what you want just because it sounds like fun. How about that? Because that is Source calling you. And your fun and your joy are, like I said, are what is going to enable you to be of service in this world. Any other reason you're doing it for is just coming from a place of problem solving and a place of fixing and a place of seeing others like they need to be fixed and showing up in the world like it needs to be fixed. And when you're doing that, I know like it's coming from a place of love. We all just want to uplift and save the world and help each other, like I said, but when you're coming from that place, you're still embodying and living in the paradigm that, and emanating a signal that the world needs fixing and that there's lack here. And we have to move past that. We have to move past that construct, because it's a loop, right? When you are trying to problem solve and fix, and you're emanating a frequency that says the world needs fixing, or my clients need fixing, or anyone outside of myself needs help, they're not capable, they're lost, you're actually doing them a disservice, because your frequency is not supporting them in their best self, in their highest expression, right? Does that make sense? We're getting specific here. In these higher frequencies, we really have to be discerning about where we're coming from, what paradigms we're living in, and what we're giving our frequency, our money, our energy, our focus to, right? Because those things are the things that are going to loop back into the 3D matrix and show us. And of course we can say, well, they're showing me because they're real. They exist because they're actually real. I'm seeing them because they're real. Yes. Okay. That's true. But like I said, you're still enabling them when you give your attention to them, when you give your attention to the problems of the world. But it's all good, because every time we do that, we create more and more solutions in the ethers, in the field, as potentials. So you can't get it wrong here. You can't get it wrong, and you never get it done. It's because we're eternal. So we're never gonna. This creation is never gonna stop. This creating is never gonna cease to be. So because we are eternal, infinite beings, and the universe is constantly expanding, and you are contributing to the expansion of the universe just by existing and by experiencing contrast and by experiencing things that you don't prefer. Because every time you experience something you don't prefer, you energetically tell the universe what you do want, what you do prefer. The universe automatically expands into that. I've gone into that in other videos. It's a sort of complex subject, but it's true. And if you want more clarity on that, I highly suggest searching Abraham Hicks videos, because they talk about that a lot, and that's how I learned that whole concept of contrast. So, and like that whole time you're doing that, you're just creating a more specific, catered to you life in your vortex, as they call it. And as soon as you embody your prosperous frequency, your frequency of truth, then those things will manifest. They actually will manifest, like in the physical. But it's going to be beyond what you can imagine. That's how it happens. Like when you're really in the prosperity frequency and you're living in this paradigm of knowing your truth as a prosperous being, as infinite light and love, and living in that trust that everything's right here for you. You don't have to go get it. You don't have to effort. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to force. You don't have to rush. You don't have to act out of obligation. You don't have to act from a place of pressure. Presence is your paycheck. Presence. Presence is your power. Presence is where you get paid. Presence is where you're funded. So whenever your mind starts thinking about trying to get ahead of you, just call it back and remind it. Come back. We're funded here. I heard that from, I didn't make that up. I can't claim that. That's not original. I got that from Zero. Which is Higher Consciousness, the Courtney Kairos channels. So anyways, that really helped me better this morning. It's like when my mind started rushing in the morning, doing things like forcing the action, like just stop yourself and like relax, like breathe, and like remember that like your prosperity comes from embodiment. So when you're in your prosperous paradigm, when you're in your prosperous paradigm, are you rushing? Are you like making yourself do things? Are you like just like throwing your physical body around left and right, forcing things to happen? I feel like that's what I was doing for a while. I wasn't present. I like completely lost my presence. And so this portal shifted me, or I shifted me, I guess, into a place of presence and remembering that, oh yeah, this is where my frequency is. This is where my sacred frequency is. My frequency of truth. It's right here. Like my prosperous self that's already living in my dream home that I'm experiencing right now is not rushing. And I have to check myself when I'm making these videos, because it's easy for me to get in like an off, like sort of off frequency, because when you're talking to a camera, it's like a whole nother thing, right? Than just like trying to live in this paradigm, in this energy, in this frequency state, this prosperous state. So I have to check myself, because when I start talking, am I becoming am I trying to be a different energy, or am I trying to remain true to my sacred frequency of truth, of prosperousness? It's fun and interesting, and I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with this, because you really just get to be you. You get to accept that you're that worthy, and that, see, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. I'm going back into 40 fixing you mode when I'm like trying to stay in prosperous, just knowing my truth. See, this is fun. This is like such an exercise for me to do this, play in this way with you all. So look at these rays of light right now. Sick. I love this. I love being in this golden energy of just prosperous, knowing just truth. I like truth. I like how truth feels. I am divinely aligned and right on time for all of this, you guys. I can't even express to you like how good this feels to be here in this 5D, in this 5D energy, in this truth. God, it's like I've been searching for this for a while, and I just like, but it's taking a continuous, constant awareness and realignment, right? Should I go to Target first, or should I go to should I go to Target first, or should I go to Best Buy first? I'm trying to get a phone case for my new iPhone. I got an iPhone 17 Pro, which is crazy because like with my phone trading in an iPhone 12. Whoops, sorry. Microphone. Trading in an iPhone 12, and so my upgrade, and I upgraded my plan, and like added YouTube Premium, and like my bill is the same. It's crazy. Isn't that interesting? See, there's like a perfect example of prosperity. My bill is the same. Oh, and I won $14 today on the lottery, on a Mega Millions ticket. I matched the Mega number, which I don't know if I've ever matched the actual like Powerball number or the Mega Millions number, and it was one. This was for November 11th draw. It was one. Oh wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's crazy. I didn't even realize it was on November. It was the 11/11 draw. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is crazy. Oh wow. I did not even realize that, you guys. Oh shit. That's so fucking cool. I can't even. Oh my god, I'm just having this crazy realization right now of how cool that is. What the fuck? Dude, this shit is so dope. I'm telling you. Like, I mean, that's just like not even scratching the surface of what's in store for me and all of us with this sort of paradigm shifting, like into knowing your truth of infinite love and light. This is fucking crazy. Okay. I fucking won the lottery on 11/11. I didn't win the jackpot, but I'm closer than ever. $14 is pretty good. No, I won the number, the mega number, and the and one regular number is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'm gonna go into Best Buy and get a phone case, or at least look at the phone cases. I really want a flaunt case, but I didn't want to wait to order one. I just wanted to go pick it up, so hopefully they still have some. They're like the square corner ones. So they're super cute. But okay. And I'm still filming this on my old phone, so hopefully the video quality will be better, because I really like to film it selfie view, because it's really confusing for me to be looking at like a little camera without being able to see myself. But maybe I can get over that. I don't know. I'll probably end up upgrading to like an actual camera It's quality that I can see also have the selfie view on. Isn't this awesome? Look at this. This light. Yeah. Mogul's a light. Good boy. He's actually really dark. Yeah. But he's a light. Anyways, okay. I love you guys. Bye.